I thought I found a hidden organ harvesting room while on LSD, and later that night, I saw a dead body by a lake, except none of it was real. The first time I ever heard about LSD was through trip reports online. People described seeing things they couldn't imagine sober, and that intrigued me. I knew at some point I had to try it. Eventually, I met a guy at a skate park near my school who could get it. I bought 3 tabs, which were 250 micrograms each, and told my mate Huel Babineau about it. He was instantly keen. We already had done a lot together. He introduced me to weed, so I felt it was right to try something like this with him. It was during the start of COVID, around 11 p.m. We split one of the tabs and had about 125 each and waited. At first it felt familiar, like MDMA, just a nice euphoria. But then something changed. It felt like my brain just switched on. The air felt fresher. Colors looked alive, even in the dark. We started walking around and laughing at nothing. Trees had faces. The grass looked like it was breathing. Shadows in the distance started looking like people. At one point, I found this random beanbag and just carried it around with me like it meant something. We'd take turns lying on it in the middle of the street. Some random guy actually walked past us, probably thinking, what the hell are these guys doing? Then things got weird. We found this big crate with light coming from inside. I looked through a gap, and what I saw didn't make sense. It looked like a hospital room. I could hear ventilators, beeping machines, liquids moving, but the space was way too small. The longer I stared, the darker my thoughts got. I started thinking, what if this is some kind of organ harvesting setup? Like I found something I wasn't supposed to see. I asked Hugh what he thought, and he just said he had no idea and kept walking. So I left, but this feeling stuck with me. A few hours later, the trip was dying down. Then Hugh pulled out a bong. I'd never mixed anything before, but he said it boosts the acid. So I did, and instantly everything changed. It didn't even feel like smoking. It felt like breathing air. Then everything went quiet. Not normal quiet, like everything and nothing at the same time. I walked to a lake to clear my head. That's when I saw it, a skeleton hand sticking out of the water. I froze. I pulled my phone out and turned the light on. It was just a twig. Then I turned my head and saw what looked like a body lying near a balcony. Same thing. Flash a light? Nothing. At that point, I realized my brain was just making things up, and weirdly, this fascinated me. I went back to Huel. He was just standing there staring at nothing, completely blank. I told him the weed hit, and he snapped out of it and just smiled at me. After that, we were just messing around, pushing each other in a trolley that we found, and walking past our empty school during lockdown. Everything felt surreal. A couple months later, we took the other tabs, 250 each, and this was a completely different level. I'd look at grass, and suddenly it wasn't there anymore. I was a kid again, then at the beach, then underwater, drifting deeper, completely out of control. And then I realized I was still just looking at grass, and it would snap back, then drift again, over and over. I had no control. Music made it even stronger. I'd close my eyes and be sent into full geometric patterns in my mind. At one point, we were watching an LSD music video, and it felt exactly like that. We didn't move that night. We couldn't. The visuals were too strong. We were completely detached from reality. Looking back, we were lucky. Mixing weed with acid, especially for your first time, is a terrible idea. That's when things started taking a turn. If you're ever going to do something like that, have someone sober with you, because once you lose touch with reality, you can't control it anymore, and it can go very wrong.